What's up everyone? After being locked down at home for a while, we decided to start our own series of interviews, and here is Conversion Club in the air and with our new episode. So guys, I know that all of you really bored at home, and we decided to entertain you with something, with some last news about the marketing and what's happening on the affiliate industry generally. And we have an amazing guy, an amazing guest. His name is Taylor. Taylor, what's up? How are you?
Hey Lana, thanks so much for having me.
I'm really happy to see you here in our Conversion Club community. So just tell me more about yourself and about your story.
My story starts all the way back in 2012, so about 8 years ago. And in 2012, I was pretty young. I was about 17 years old, and I was really just looking for opportunities. I've always been pretty hungry to make a lot of money. I've always really liked being an entrepreneur. Even from a young age, I had little entrepreneurial businesses like a lawn mowing business and stuff like that. So basically, I was looking for bigger opportunities. I was looking for ways that I could really achieve the goals that I wanted. Even from a young age, I had very, very big goals and visions for what I wanted to do with my life financially. So I really started to look for vehicles that could really help me get there. So I started to learn about affiliate marketing with my brother Peter, and we just really took a deep dive down the rabbit hole of just
Oh no, you as a big marketing guy. So tell me about your team. How big is your team?
Sure thing. Yeah. So right now, our marketing team is about 10 people, but not everybody on the team is actually a marketer. So our business is basically divided into three different divisions. The main division just being our media buying department. So right now within our company, we have 5 people that work for us full time running ads. And these are our media buyers. So these are basically the core of our business as far as running traffic. And then we have 2 more departments. So accounting, we have 2 people on the accounting team that work together in a checks and balance type system. And we also have a business development team for bringing on more offers, and then a few more people with just various different roles within the company that serve specific purposes and aiding the entire business. But overall, it's about 10 people, not including my brother and myself. So yeah, it's a pretty good size operation. We found that this number is working really well for us right now. And it's definitely going to grow a little bit. So next year, our team will probably scale to more like 15 people or 20 people, depending on how many more media buyers we decide to onboard this year. But yeah, that's about the size of our current operation.
Tell us more about the traffic, what you run right now, and in these coronavirus conditions, what is relevant?
Yeah, so now is actually a really good time to be getting into running traffic. So we focus primarily on Facebook traffic. And one thing that's been a little bit of a silver lining throughout this entire situation has been the fact that some of the costs have come down on Facebook on some of our ads. So the way Facebook works is like an auction, and it works with supply and demand. And when the amount of supply goes up with more people hanging out at home online, and the demand of advertising goes down with companies pausing their ads, then basically it lowers the cost of advertising for other players on the platform. So that's where our company's been able to benefit substantially from this, has been basically lower costs of advertising and higher profits on our ad campaigns. So we ended up having record-breaking month this month with revenue and profit, and hopefully that trend can continue. It's definitely going to be reliant on getting into more verticals. So we focus on lead generation, and we run 30 different offers across every major lead generation vertical. Primarily in the US is where we focus our efforts. So lead generation is still doing very well. It's just important to avoid companies that are having problems right now. For example, a lot of refinance companies are having problems with lead generation because they can't make money on a 0% interest rate. So stuff like that has come up that's changed the dynamics a little bit, but for the most part, lead gen is still working really well in the US.
This epidemic changed your lifestyle? You've been working from home before?
Because of doing all this, I've always lived like a pretty, not an isolated lifestyle, but I've always kept my circle pretty small, and I've always been really consumed with my work. So, even generally over the years, there's been times where I wouldn't even leave my apartment back when I was, back when I didn't have an office for 3 or 4 days at a time and just have food delivered. And, I had a gym in my apartment building that I would go work out in. So I'm very used to this kind of lifestyle. My habits have changed for the better. I've really added a lot more healthy things into my regimen. I've been meditating 3 times a day. I've been eating super healthy food. I've been not setting an alarm clock in the morning and just letting my body rest as much as I need. And as far as our team communication, it's pretty much hasn't changed. So we do all of our team communication through Skype, and that's still what we're doing. So
Look on the situation on the market right now. What is your personal prognosis for this year and how it will affect other affiliate business?
personal prognosis for this year has been, it hasn't changed a lot. So we live in a very, very fluid industry. And the one thing that you need to realize about this whole situation is that we live in a world of duality. Wherever something decreases, there's also something else that increases. So, um, we're not too worried about the future. And we realize that the internet marketing space is a little bit like a vacuum where when some element changes, there could be also another element that appears at the same time, as far as just what people need. So our business is really fluid, and we can basically reallocate our advertising dollars immediately just to whatever we think is going to be driving the most profit throughout the year. So because of the agility and the fluidity of our business, our numbers haven't really changed a lot. I don't want to get into specific numbers as far as how much revenue we're going to produce this year or whatever, but it's a pretty good number, and we're still hopeful that we're going to maintain that number. So it all just comes down to just continuing to do what we do every day, which is just test different ad campaigns, optimize things to profitability, and then start to increase the ad budgets and scale them. So our prognosis is fine, but if you're in an industry that's been affected by this, don't just sit still and wait for things to come back. Use this time to take proactive action to move into industries that are doing well, so that when the original business comes back, then you can have a really strong book of business. So that's what we're doing now. So we had a few clients go down that we were generating leads for, but we've just been quickly working on replacing those with new offers and new campaigns that we think could do well right now.
About your personality, your goals for this year, and your personal achieves for this year.
So my goals for this year have honestly changed a lot in the past couple of weeks. So I had these goals for myself in the beginning of the year that were more sort of financially based. Like I had a goal that I wanted to do $20 million in our business this year, and a few other big things like that. And now, because of the current situation, it's really caused me to really rethink my goals. And honestly, my goals now are a lot more health oriented. So I've set a lot of new diet goals for myself. So eating healthy every single day with plant-based foods incorporated with my meals, meditating 3 times a day, and also just trying to get out more and work out more outside and do stuff like that. So my goals this year have really shifted from like strictly financial goals to more so like health-based goals, honestly. This isn't a year that I really want to try to just like make as much money as possible or anything like that. I'm really focused this year on how can I be the best version of myself, just mentally, health-wise, diet-wise, exercise-wise. And I know that if I can get myself on the highest level on that front, then the business revenue and the ideas and the energy that will come from that will solve the money goals in and of themselves. So that's basically where my mind's at right now as far as this year. And honestly, I've just really been taking action on this. So I've just been every day just making a conscious effort on moving on those goals and just trying to be as healthy as I possibly.
And of course, the last one and my favorite one, tequila or vodka?
Tequila or vodka. So for me, I really don't drink any alcohol. So for me, I'm all about my decaffeinated green tea or kombucha or spirulina and sort of like health food drinks I like to drink. I don't drink any alcohol, at least not right now.
Facebook or Google?
As far as what traffic source, so Facebook or Google, we really prefer Facebook. It's been good to us. It's gotten us through a lot of hard times. So we're going to really be relying on that as our primary traffic source.
Black hat or white hat?
And as far as black hat or white hat, we always like to prefer running white hat. We always focus on promoting ad campaigns that provide value to the consumers. And we've never really gotten running into anything black hat, like casino or dating. We've really been focused on just, big brand lead generation companies that provide value to consumers. So that's where our main focus is going to remain during this time.
Thank you so much for having this amazing interview. Taylor, I'm really happy to
Thanks so much for having me on, Lana. So you stay safe. Everybody that's watching this, stay safe, stay calm. I promise this is going to come and pass quick enough. And if you work hard this year, we're all going to do fine. So everybody stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching Conversion Club. It was an amazing time and we are really happy that you're sharing these lives with us. So stay tuned and stay with our community. I just want to remind you that Conversion Club is the space for affiliate marketers where you can find all answers on your questions. So stay with Conversion Club and stay tuned. Ciao, ciao!